picture of Panny smile.
Sì, vedi, maggio si deve partire il freddo.
What was that you said?
Best vacation ever.
Okay, I like that.
I'd like to talk about the boat ride.
The boat ride, uh-oh. No,
It's
no,
a great
please.
vacation.
Yes.
Pam, Sam, and the whole group are going to fall. Thanks to Pam and Sam.
So Don, now that you've had a lot of time to rehearse and prepare, what do you think of this trip? You're next. Better get ready.
Easy.
Okay.
Easy.
The best thing about Tuscany Tours is they take care of all the details. You don't have to worry about anything, bag transfers, where to go, be sure you get a good meal. It's all taken care of, and you don't have to speak the language. These people do it all for you. So it really makes a vacation, stress-free.
Right. Hey, I like that. All right.
Okay, I could talk for 10 minutes, but I won't.
All right.
Sam and Pam, efficient, personable, fun-loving, knowledgeable. All the restaurants, all the sites are fabulous choices. The attention to detail is amazing. It's perfect. It's our second trip, and we'd love to take many more.
St. Francis used to stop with his brothers, okay, and his best friend was monk Elia, Fra Elia, which is buried inside this church with another famous artist from Cortona, Luca Signorelli. You know?
Yes,
Signorelli?
some of his works.
Sì, the square Luca Signorelli, because he was born here.
You tell me when you're ready now. Okay. Okay, you ready? Okay. Okay.
Quiet.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. I'm on the Best of Tuscany Tour 2011, and I have to tell you that I'm skeptical. I Googled Tuscany Tours on the World Wide Web, and I found Sam and Pam, but I wondered, do Sam and Pam really exist? And if I send all my money in, will I really get to go on a trip? So I began to read all the client comments. But I thought, you know, they could write these themselves. Are these real clients? So I started to read the names, and I found the name of some people who lived in Dallas, Texas. Yay, Texas. Yay. And so I looked them up on the white pages on the internet, and I called them and I said, are Sam and Pam real, and did you go on a tour? And they were, and they couldn't say enough nice things about Sam and Pam, and in fact they're getting ready to go on their 4th trip. So I'm here to tell you that the Best of Tuscany is wonderful. Sam and Pam are wonderful, and you can trust them with your money, and you can trust them with your vacation. Ciao!
Hi, nice to meet you. She's going to take you to the cathedral. Yeah. And the tickets you still have.
We go to the bar and have some coffee?
Oh, of course. Aspetta, me and you. So.
And how about it's very good. And no good.
I'm Mike from Richmond, Virginia, and I kind of came here on this trip kind of kicking and screaming. But it far exceeded my expectations. The hotels were wonderful. The meals were wonderful. It is a hell of a bargain. Pam and Sam are fantastic. They really exist. And if you want to see Italy for the first time and really get the flavor of it, get away from the big towns and see the beautiful small towns, you need to take this tour.
No, what's that? The rosemary?
Altrimenti le do il permesso di metterla di nuovo sulla griglia, anche se non porta solo di scappa, non è importante che
Okay.
And what's the vegetable
Caponatina.
which means?
Caponatina.
Eggplant, peppers, carrots, celery, onions, all cooked together, tomatoes.
Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Just one more slice. Let's go.
Beautiful.
All right, are we ready to get serious here?
You're the Italian.
Yes, okay.
What do you have to say about
what I have
this
to say
experience?
is I'm Gloria Carbone Mitchell of Los Angeles by way of New York, and you people may not know it, but New Yorkers are a little bit fussy. So when I was looking for a tour, I wanted the perfect combination of smarts and fun and art and wine and food and fantastic sights, both in cities and in the country, and I realized I could never find such a thing until I came across Tuscany Tours, Pam and Sam, and there is nothing I have to complain about, which, as you know, New Yorkers would forcefully do, should there be something really negative, and this was the most perfect tour. Pam and Sam are brilliant and wonderful, and they're Californians, which made it even better, and they've moved to Tuscany just to conduct these wonderful tours for people like us.
From Los Angeles, another Californian. I took a brief tour back in 2006 and had a chance to get to know Pam and Sam. So this time I thought, well, I'll take the best of Tuscany. And the great thing about it is it really is a combination of the two things I like best about traveling. It gives you the chance to be independent with information, what to do, how to do it, but then it gives you a real tour with the greatest expertise I've ever seen. Pam and Sam have their special qualities. Sam on art, the nuances that you wouldn't know on your own. Pam with all the wonderful aspects of culture and the food. And then if you go to the hilltop cities, they find the best in each city.
With the contacts that Pam and Sam have, you will experience things on this trip that you could never experience coming over here by yourself.
That's right.
What was it that you liked?
The winery, Claudio and Alba, fantastic. The private wine tasting on top of that mountain, beautiful weather, just a beautiful setting. And then going to Salvatore's place in Rapallo. If you tried to find that place on your own, you would never find it. And having Pam and Sam with their contacts, it was just yesterday at lunch at that castle was just a spectacular moment that if I tried to duplicate that, I couldn't have done it in 10 years.
Thanks.